want to bring in ABC News White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks from D.C. Want to dig into these sanctions a little bit. Mary Alice, I think the average American hears, tough sanctions against Russia. We've heard that before. Russian banks, oligarchs. But what does that mean in actuality?
Yeah, you're right. The White House facing a lot of pressure to act to bring these punishing sanctions that it's promised. You just heard Steve Ganyard say that the White House is really going to face a test now. They've been trying to say that they thought the new sanctions they were developing would be enough, if done in concert with European allies, potentially enough to change Putin's calculus. Well, now we're going to see if that could be true. It was interesting that a fellow Democrat, chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Bob Menendez, came out with very strong words today saying that severe sanctions should be rolled out now, that the White House should stop equivocating on whether this constitutes an invasion, what we've seen so far from Putin, and that he thinks the White House should make it clear that consequences for Putin begin right now. So the White House under a lot of pressure to act, and to act boldly.
And Mary Alice, you talk about Bob Menendez, a Democrat. On the other side of the aisle, Republican Minority Leader Mitch McConnell asked today, and I'm quoted for you, for devastating sanctions against the Kremlin and its enablers. How bipartisan is the support for President Biden here with these sanctions?
Yeah, remarkably bipartisan, Phil. You're exactly right. It's very rare here in Washington that we tell a story where Republicans and Democrats are lockstep in agreement, but we've seen that for the last few weeks. We've seen Democrats and Republicans encouraging the White House to move, to think big, to act boldly, and we're seeing this pressure continue. It was very interesting that there was a bipartisan delegation in Munich this last week. Speaker Pelosi and Vice President Harris repeatedly, publicly commented to NATO allies and European allies about the fact that there was bipartisan support. They want to show the rest of the world that the United States isn't backing down here, because we've heard from White House officials that part of what will make these sanctions tricky, and part of what they believe might make them really costly for Russia, is if they are sustained. They are very worried that we could be looking at a prolonged war, and they want to show the rest of the world that the United States is in this for the long haul.
All right, Mary Alice Parks from D.C., thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.